Chapter 1. Introduction to Maya and the Green Scarf. Maya walked down the busy street, feeling the cold wind on her face. She looked up at the sky, which was gray and cloudy. Leaves danced around her feet as the wind blew through the city. Maya saw a row of shops, and one of them caught her eye. In the window, there were many scarves, but one stood out to her. It was a bright green color, like the leaves in springtime. Maya felt drawn to it, as if it was calling out to her. As Maya approached the shop, she couldn't help but feel excited. She had always loved scarves, and this one seemed special. She reached out to touch it, feeling the soft fabric between her fingers. "It's beautiful," she thought to herself, imagining how it would look wrapped around her neck. Entering the shop, Maya was greeted by a warm blast of air and the smell of coffee. She smiled at the barista behind the counter and said, "Hello, I'll have a hot chocolate, please." The barista nodded and went to prepare her drink. Maya glanced around the cozy interior of the cafe, noticing the people chatting and enjoying their drinks. As Maya waited for her hot chocolate, she took off her own scarf and hung it on a nearby coat rack. She admired it for a moment, thinking about how much she loved its softness and the memories attached to it. But her attention was soon drawn back to the green scarf in the shop window, and she couldn't wait to try it on. Chapter 2. Maya's encounter at the coffee shop. Maya stood by the counter, waiting for her hot chocolate. She watched as the barista prepared her drink, feeling a sense of anticipation. The aroma of coffee filled the air, making her feel warm and cozy inside. "Here you go," the barista said, with a smile, handing Maya her hot chocolate. "Thank you," Maya replied, returning the smile. She took a sip of her drink, relishing the rich, chocolatey flavor. As Maya looked around the cafe, she noticed the people sitting at the tables, sipping their drinks and chatting happily. She felt a sense of contentment wash over her as she soaked in the atmosphere. Suddenly, Maya remembered her scarf. She glanced at the coat rack where she had left it and realized it was no longer there. Panic began to rise within her as she searched the cafe, hoping to spot her beloved scarf. "Excuse me," Maya said, approaching the barista once again. "I can't seem to find my scarf. Did anyone happen to see it?" The barista furrowed her brow in concern. "I'm sorry, I haven't seen it," she said apologetically. "But you can check with the other customers. Maybe someone saw where it went." Feeling a sense of disappointment, Maya thanked the barista and began to ask the other customers if they had seen her scarf. But no one had, and Maya felt a sinking feeling in her chest. As she left the cafe, Maya couldn't help but wonder where her scarf could have gone. She hoped that she would find it soon, as it held sentimental value to her. Chapter 3. Maya's encounter with the friendly stranger. Maya stepped out of the cafe, feeling a little disheartened about her missing scarf. She wrapped her arms around herself, trying to ward off the chilly wind. As she walked down the street, deep in thought, she suddenly heard someone calling out to her. "Excuse me, miss," a friendly voice called. Maya turned around to see a young man jogging towards her. He had a warm smile on his face, which instantly put Maya at ease. "Hi there," the young man said, catching his breath. "I think you dropped this." He held out a familiar green scarf which Maya recognized immediately. "Oh my goodness, thank you," Maya exclaimed, relief flooding through her. "I've been looking everywhere for it." The young man smiled kindly. "I saw it lying on the ground back there," he explained, gesturing towards the cafe. "I figured it must belong to you." Maya's heart swelled with gratitude. "I can't thank you enough," she said, taking the scarf from him. "I don't know what I would have done without it." The young man shrugged modestly. "No problem at all. Just glad I could help." Maya smiled gratefully at him. "Well, thank you again," she said. "You're a lifesaver." The young man waved goodbye as Maya hurried off, clutching her scarf tightly. As she walked away, she couldn't help but feel a warm glow of gratitude towards the kind stranger who had helped her in her time of need. Chapter 4. Maya and Liam's Connection. With her scarf safely back around her neck, Maya felt a renewed sense of warmth and comfort. As she continued down the street, she couldn't shake off the feeling of gratitude towards the kind stranger who had returned her scarf. Lost in her thoughts, Maya almost didn't notice when someone called out to her, "Hey there, excuse me." Startled, Maya turned around to see a young man approaching her with a friendly smile. He had a relaxed and approachable demeanor that put Maya at ease. "Hi," Maya greeted him, returning the smile. "Can I help you with something?" The young man chuckled. "Actually, I just wanted to say that I'm glad you found your scarf. It would have been a shame to lose such a nice one." Maya's smile widened. "Yes, it would have. Thank you again for returning it to me. I really appreciate it." They stood there for a moment, exchanging friendly glances. Maya couldn't help but feel intrigued by this stranger who had come to her rescue. "I'm Liam, by the way." The young man introduced himself, extending his hand. "Maya," she replied, shaking his hand. "Nice to meet you, Liam." They fell into an easy conversation, discussing the weather, the city, and their favorite spots to hang out. Maya discovered that Liam was a photographer with a passion for capturing the beauty of everyday life. "That sounds amazing," Maya said, genuinely impressed. "I've always admired people who can capture moments like that." Liam shrugged modestly. "It's just something I love doing." "What about you, Maya? What do you do?" Maya hesitated for a moment before answering. "I'm still figuring things out, to be honest. But I love art and music, and of course, scarves," she added with a laugh, touching the fabric around her neck. Liam grinned. "Well, you've got great taste in scarves, that's for sure." As they walked together, Maya couldn't help but feel a connection forming between them. She had only just met Liam, but she already felt like she had known him for much longer. And as they continued to chat and laugh, Maya couldn't help but wonder what other surprises life had in store for her. Chapter 5. Maya's Departure and the Scarf's True Owner. As Maya and Liam continued their conversation, Maya glanced at her watch and realized with a start that she was running late for an appointment. "Oh no, I didn't realize the time," Maya exclaimed, feeling a pang of worry. "I have to go, Liam. I'm sorry." Liam nodded understandingly. "No problem at all, Maya. It was nice chatting with you." Maya smiled gratefully. "Likewise. Maybe we can do it again sometime?" Liam's eyes lit up with enthusiasm. "Definitely. I'd love that." With a quick goodbye, Maya hurried off, feeling a sense of regret at having to leave so soon. But as she walked away, she couldn't help but feel a sense of excitement at the prospect of seeing Liam again. As Maya made her way down the street, she spotted a young girl frantically searching for something. As she got closer, Maya realized with a jolt that the girl was looking for her scarf, the very same green scarf that Maya had thought was hers. "Excuse me," Maya called out, approaching the girl. "Is everything okay? Are you looking for something?" The girl looked up, her eyes wide with desperation. "Yes, I'm looking for my scarf. It's green, like the one you're wearing." Maya's heart sank as she realized what had happened. "I'm so sorry," she said, feeling guilty. "I thought this scarf was mine, but it turns out it belongs to you." The girl's face brightened with relief. "Really? Oh, thank you so much. I was so worried I'd lost it." Maya smiled apologetically. "I'm sorry for the confusion. Here you go." Handing the scarf back to the girl, Maya watched as her face lit up with joy. She felt a sense of satisfaction knowing that she had helped someone in need. As Maya walked away, she couldn't help but feel grateful for the chance encounter with Liam and the opportunity to make things right with the young girl. And as she continued on her way, she couldn't help but wonder what other adventures awaited her in this big, bustling city. Chapter 6. Conclusion. Maya's Reflection. With the scarf returned to its rightful owner, Maya felt a sense of relief wash over her. She watched as the young girl happily wrapped the green scarf around her neck, feeling a warmth spread through her chest. "Thank you so much," the girl said with a grateful smile. "I thought I'd never see it again." Maya returned the smile, feeling a sense of satisfaction at having helped someone in need. "You're welcome," she replied warmly. "I'm just glad I could help." As the girl walked away, Maya couldn't help but feel a sense of contentment. She had started the day feeling disappointed about losing her own scarf, but now she felt grateful for the opportunity to make someone else's day a little brighter. Turning to leave, Maya noticed a familiar figure standing nearby. It was Liam, the friendly stranger she had met earlier. He smiled warmly as he approached her. "Hey, Maya," Liam said, his voice cheerful. "I was hoping I'd run into you again." Maya returned the smile, feeling a sense of happiness at seeing him again. "Hi, Liam," she replied. "It's nice to see you too." They fell into an easy conversation, exchanging stories and laughter as they walked down the street together. Maya couldn't help but feel a sense of connection with Liam, as if they had known each other for much longer than just a day. As they reached the end of the street, Maya realized with a start that it was getting late. "Oh no," she exclaimed, glancing at her watch. "I have to go. I have an exam tomorrow, and I need to study." Liam nodded understandingly. "Of course. Good luck with your exam, Maya." "Thank you," Maya said sincerely. "And thank you for everything today. It was really nice meeting you." "It was my pleasure," Liam replied with a smile. "Maybe we can do it again sometime?" Maya smiled back, feeling a sense of warmth at the thought. "I'd like that," she said. "Take care, Liam." With a final wave goodbye, Maya hurried off, feeling a sense of happiness and contentment. As she walked home, she couldn't help but feel grateful for the unexpected encounters and new friendships she had made that day. And as she settled in to study for her exam, Maya couldn't help but feel hopeful for the future and the adventures that lay ahead. The story appears to be written at an A1 level according to the Common European Framework of Reference for Languages, CEFR. Here's why. 1. Simple vocabulary. The vocabulary used throughout the story is basic and straightforward, suitable for beginners. For example, words like street, sky, scarf, coffee, and smile are commonly used and easily understandable for A1 learners. 2. Short, simple sentences. The sentences are generally short and uncomplicated, making them easy for beginners to comprehend. For instance, Maya walked down the busy street. She looked up at the sky, and Maya smiled gratefully. 3. Limited complexity. There's a lack of complex grammatical structures or intricate sentence constructions. The story relies on simple present tense verbs and basic sentence patterns. For example, Maya smiled at the barista and said, "Hello, I'll have a hot chocolate, please." 4. Everyday situations. The story revolves around everyday situations and interactions that are relatable to beginners. These include going for a walk, visiting a cafe, losing and finding a scarf, and meeting new people. 5. Direct dialogue. The dialogues between characters are clear and direct, using simple language and expressions commonly used in daily conversations. For instance, "Thank you," "You're welcome," and "Nice to meet you." Overall, the story's simplicity in vocabulary, sentence structure, and themes aligns with the characteristics typically associated with an A1 level proficiency in English. Here are 10 words, phrases from the story, along with examples from the story itself and real-life contexts. 1. Scarf. Example from the story. Maya saw a row of shops, and one of them caught her eye. In the window, there were many scarves. Real-life example. During winter, I always wear a scarf to keep myself warm. 2. Cozy. Example from the story. Entering the shop, Maya was greeted by a warm blast of air and the smell of coffee. Real-life example. The cabin was cozy, with a fireplace and plush sofas. 3. Barista. Example from the story. She smiled at the barista behind the counter and said, "Hello, I'll have a hot chocolate, please." Real-life example. The barista at my favorite coffee shop knows my order by heart. 4. Greeted. Example from the story. Maya was greeted by a warm blast of air and the smell of coffee. Real-life example. As I entered the party, I was greeted by my friends with hugs and smiles. 5. Anticipation. Example from the story. Maya stood by the counter, waiting for her hot chocolate. She watched as the barista prepared her drink, feeling a sense of anticipation. Real-life example. The students waited in anticipation for the results of their exams. 6. Modestly. Example from the story. Liam shrugged modestly. "No problem at all, just glad I could help." Real-life example. She accepted the compliment modestly, not wanting to boast. 7. Understandingly. Example from the story. Liam nodded understandingly. "Of course, good luck with your exam, Maya." Real-life example. She nodded understandingly when her friend explained why they couldn't meet up. 8. Relief. Example from the story. With the scarf returned to its rightful owner, Maya felt a sense of relief wash over her. Real-life example. He breathed a sigh of relief when he found his lost wallet. 9. Contentment. Example from the story. As she walked home, she couldn't help but feel a sense of contentment. Real-life example. Sitting by the fireplace with a cup of tea, she felt a deep sense of contentment. 10. Grateful. Example from the story. Maya smiled gratefully. "Likewise. Maybe we can do it again sometime?" Real-life example. "I am grateful for all the support you've given me during tough times." Here are 3 things that readers can learn from the story. 1. The importance of kindness and helping others. Throughout the story, various characters demonstrate kindness and empathy towards one another. Maya helps a young girl find her lost scarf, and Liam returns Maya's lost scarf to her. These acts of kindness highlight the importance of looking out for others and offering assistance when needed. Readers can learn that small gestures of kindness can have a significant impact on someone's day and foster a sense of community. 2. The value of connection and friendship. Maya's chance encounter with Liam leads to a friendly interaction and a potential friendship. Despite being strangers at first, Maya and Liam bond over their conversation and shared experiences. This illustrates how meaningful connections can be formed unexpectedly and emphasizes the value of building relationships with others. Readers can learn that being open to meeting new people and engaging in genuine conversations can lead to fulfilling friendships. 3. The power of gratitude and resilience. Maya experiences moments of disappointment, such as losing her scarf, but she remains resilient and optimistic. When her scarf is returned to her, Maya expresses gratitude towards the person who found it. Similarly, Maya shows resilience when she realizes her mistake in assuming the ownership of the scarf and rectifies it by returning it to its rightful owner. This teaches readers the importance of staying positive in challenging situations and being grateful for the help and support they receive. It also highlights the significance of taking responsibility for one's actions and making amends when necessary. This story and voiceover have been provided by English Made Easy. Learn through stories. Copying or re-uploading is strictly prohibited.